This episode of Shift. I'm your host, Palmonia Gordon. Just wanted to do a quick touch in, just let you know that we're continuing the series with Nicole Bowe-Rahming and just her phenomenal story. That's a challenge for us
Yeah.
to be quiet, honestly, just to,
Yes, no, there it is.
be quiet. Right? I moved in 2007. I'm telling you, Nicole, when I started doing my devotion, I had to get up and take the clocks off the wall. I could hear the clock ticking. I'm like, dang,
Clicking.
it's so quiet. It's so quiet. It was because I was living in an area that the airport was literally 2 minutes away. So every minute you had a plane going by. And then I had a train track in the back. So every 5 minutes you had a train. And then the major highways are right there. So there was a constant, but I never noticed until I moved. It's like, oh wow, this is different.
Yeah.
So would you say then that art of standing still, if it's even for a minute, it's funny, as I said, standing still, I saw one of my notes that I wrote yesterday where you have to be, I wrote that the only time, peace and tranquility, that was one aspect, because I was just going through the things that you experience when you go through blind faith, and one of them was peace and tranquility. And I remember writing that the only time we have peace and tranquility really is when we're in the womb. Once you come into this world, it's noise, it's and a fight. You're fighting to breathe, you're fighting to stay alive. It's a fight. But we can have peace and tranquility, but it doesn't come. We have to be intentional to create it.
You do.
Right? Because I remember saying that where if you have a routine that you have designed and something happens that you can't do the routine, do you have a simple plan where, oh my God, I got to just take 2-3 deep cleansing breaths and exhale to somehow still channel me in that path? Mm-hmm. So did you find that standing still, meditation, what are some of your big little rocks, if you will?
Definitely standing still is a huge one. Once again, it's getting up here to stand still. Mm. Once I became aware of the fact that we are constantly, like, it's almost like a rapid fire. We have a rapid fire of conversation going on. Mm-hmm. And once I became aware of that, the biggest thing was to stop the fire. Mm. So I have to stop it from firing. I have to stop it from just going through and go, okay, wait, what was that? Mm. So it's stopping and having that there, and then just kind of each one, okay, one at a time. What was that? And it sounds to some people, okay, that's kind of crazy to sit there. But in examining my thoughts, I learned that where I was limiting myself. Mm. That was where I was repeating things I had heard, mm-hmm. seeds that were planted, mm-hmm. thoughts that I really thought didn't even belong to me. Things that I would, if you had asked me in the conscious, Nicole, so do you believe that you are too loud and that you should just be as quiet as a mouse and not let people, and I would tell you, no, I am who I am, blah, blah, blah. But when I listened to my thoughts, mm-hmm. when I first started, I was telling myself that you're too loud. People will never understand you. Nobody will. And if you think about that, I was going onto not only just the attack of my immune system on myself, yes, but I was attacking myself up here. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I had to learn to do was stop. Mm-hmm. And then I had to begin to replace them. So when it came through and it wasn't something that I replaced it. Mm-hmm. One thing that I don't give up on is I go over it's like I said, you call it meditation. It's kind of my affirmations meditation, but it's who I am in Christ. Mm-hmm. It has little excerpts from scriptures, and I repeat them, and I repeat them, and I repeat them. And I find that I've repeated them so much now that when things get kind of out of kilter, even in the hospital when I'm in there and I'm in so much pain and I can't, and there's nothing else I can do at that point, that's what starts on automatic, just starts going through my head. Yes. And and as it does that, I begin to build up and I begin to, kind of calm and get that peace I need because I enter into a zone with it, So there's that. And then there's also, I make sure I surround myself with a lot of positive people like yourself.
Absolutely.
It is a very, very important thing.
People have no idea how vital that is, because even when you were saying to quiet your thoughts, and that some of the thoughts were not even your thoughts, because people's thoughts affect you even to your money. Because if
Yes.
you have money in your purse and you're with a group of people that are saying, I can't afford this, I can't buy this, chances are you're not going to, because one, you don't want them to feel bad. You don't want, you don't have it. But then now mentally you go out and you start repeating that same message to yourself, which is in fact you're depleting now what you already have.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
so I get you. It's vital, and these are strategies that we have to be taught, because what I have come to realize also is that there's so many things that we live that's cultural based. Like
Come on now.
when I coach, there's a process I do called replacing the order. You said, or erase the order, because somebody else, hey, little bad boy. I had a big thing against that with my children growing up. If you're going to call my children something that starts with a B, it must be blessed, black, or brown. But don't call them bad boy, because you are speaking that life over them.
Speak to me. Yes, ma'am.
You get what I'm saying? So they say, oh, and I'm so ugly. No, hell no.
You got it.
So now it's, do you find it a challenge culturally to relate to people of this, maybe West Indian or the island, to make that shift? Because a lot of what they believe, and God has told me personally that when it comes to Christian on some issue, I shouldn't even bother to push. So there, you see me around people that I see are saying and doing the wrong thing, and I won't say anything, because he has already shown me. Because they go, oh, God knows what's in my heart.
Oh,
you know that one, right? Yes, man. I said this, but he knows what's in my heart. But that's not what he tells you in Scripture.
listen.
That's not what he tells you. He says you overcome with your word, and he says life and death lies in the tongue. So don't come and say, well, but that's what the tradition of how they were brought up. And when you try to change, I know, but I'm like,
but this is just me. This is me, and God knows how I am, and I definitely find it's there. When part of the story I didn't tell them last year, I was discharged Thursday at 5 p.m. Friday at 3 a.m. I was at the hospital because I had a women's empowerment conference to do in the Bahamas, where I'm from. And when I got there, some of the conversation that surrounded me was very, now if you ask them, oh, you just thin skin. Oh, you've been over there too long. You just don't, and it was very, what are you doing here? You should have just stayed where you were. Who told you, and it was just that not understanding. And we can go back to, like you said, the whole thing of a bad this and a bad that. I heard it all. And, of course, as you get older, I don't know if you ever tried it or any of my other Caribbean friends out there tried it. You get older, you have your first kid, your mom come to visit, and you try to ask questions. Why did you say? And there's instant amnesia. Yeah. So there's, you have to fight the amnesia part of it. But when I went home, it was really, I heard some of the most, and I'm an adult with, you hear how old I am. They are still saying to me, oh, this was just stupid. Why did you do something? You're just stupid. Not I did something stupid. I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
You're just so stupid. Why are you, stop. And I had to really go, wait, stop.
Yeah.
And I had to go, okay, do you want to rephrase that?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Or even talking about the illness. You could die here. Wait, stop. What just happened?
Yeah.
is that really what you want to speak to me right now? That's what you want to speak. And then I have to go, not going to happen. Like I have to combat it. I can't allow that to be out. And that's how I feel about it. You know, now I've learned that I can't let it stay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because as a child, when they did it, I mean, I fought through it. And if I ever tell, you know, one day we'll have to get into that, about that journey as a child growing up and how I fought and how I came through. I thought, honestly, Palmonia, I thought I had really dug up a lot of what was planted. I really thought I had dealt with it. But see, what I did was I packed some more dirt on top of it so I didn't have to see the seed, but I didn't deal with the seed. And then when I hit my 20s, that stuff started coming up. That stuff started going into a plant. Then it wanted to try to bear some fruit. And that stuff had to be dealt with.
Yes.
And so, yes, I do struggle with that. And one of the things, I have a couple of clients that are from down in the Caribbean, and I have to constantly reshape what they're thinking. I have to constantly go, okay, wait, stop. And I guess I didn't realize how much I say stop, but I do say stop a lot because that is such a strong strategy.
Absolutely.
We have to take that pause. And I guess I need to learn that word pause instead of just stop. But just pause. We just have to just take a time out.
But stop is not a bad thing, because that's why you have a stop sign on the road, that if you look at it this way, hey, something is coming that if you proceed, it's going to take you out. Are you ready to go?
Nice.
So you stop.
Love it.
Stop is okay.
Yeah, like, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that one now. Thank you. But, you know, I need them to stop, because it's all that cultural stuff that we have inside, that if we're not careful, it's gonna stop it. It governs our mindset, our relationships, the way we think about business, the way we think about each other.
And money.
Yeah, listen.
Wait
and
till
so
we go to heaven. Why we have to wait till we go to heaven? We needed to live down here. Yeah. Anyway.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I can do it on the other side. Okay. Because every scripture I read talks about an abundant life. And abundance is not just enough. Abundance is an excess of. So if we're going to walk in abundance, that's where our mindsets have to be. That's where our actions, everything we do intentionally, as you talk about it, strategizing, need to be around living an abundant life. And it doesn't matter which area you decide to attach that word to. You should be living abundantly.
Nation, thank you for stopping by and tuning in today's broadcast. This is your host, Palmonia Gordon. Just wanted to say special thank you. And just a quick reminder that if you like the information that you got today, 2 thumbs up. Well, I'm not even asking for 1. 2 thumbs up. Subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. Share the information with a friend, with a family member, with a co-worker, anyone you feel can receive some value from the information. And I encourage you that, like the second hand on the clock, you will keep taking tiny moves that will keep you moving towards your goal. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for stopping by, and see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.